Ruthless fans, let me just say, and look, you know what? I know you're tired of hearing I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry I'm late on the video. I'm sorry I'm late on this, whatever. But I will say, with the sisters phenomenon that was Karen announcing that she was pregnant, that's been my main focus. I know that there are other shows for me to review. Well, mainly after Sisters, it's just Ruthless, but that show took priority. If you go through my channel, if you go to the main page of the channel, if you click on the video portion of the channel and you see all the videos I posted over the past week, you could see the Sisters video just blow up. And as a result, I'm focusing on that. And there's still a bunch of Sisters content I have yet to post because I've been doing research over the weekend, rewatching old episodes, looking at key scenes between Karen and the men she slept with, and so on and so forth. But regardless, I watched Ruthless this morning at 4 o'clock. I woke up randomly. I'm like, you know what? I'm the only one awake. The internet should be moving pretty fast. I watched the episode. A bunch of people between Thursday and let's say over the weekend, Sunday, they told me, Jeremy, I didn't really like the episode as much as 12 and 13. This episode it didn't do it for me. When I watched this episode, and I feel like this is a bit extreme, but I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Mainly because of a scene towards the very end of the episode. And if you watch this scene, then you know what I'm talking about. I will admit, when the highest told the cello player to start playing the cello, I was laughing my ass off. But it was one of these episodes that had me going, I love Tyler Perry's products. I never met the man, but I love what he does for other people. The opportunities he gives to people. I don't even want to just say charity, but the good acts he does to, those in need, whether it be supplying them with Thanksgiving, holiday dinners, gift cards, or buying houses, cars for this person, that person. But after watching this episode, I'm kind of like, this kind of makes me not want to meet him as much, because I was like, what the hell was this? So, okay, let me get through the episode, and then you'll see what I'm saying. But I will say, I didn't really care for this episode that much. It kind of progressed the story. It finally did what we've been wanting them to do with Tally for so long. But at the same time, I'm just sitting here like, Tyler, if this was supposed to be filler, it wasn't that good. But okay, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe because we're closing in on 200,000 subscribers. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you stay notified whenever I post content on the channel. And follow me on social media. Oh boy, links are in the description below. So the episode starts off with Oliver stopping Daikon from striking Lacey. And of course, Daikon's like, what are you doing? To be completely honest, he was a bit calmer than I thought he would. But, Oliver pretty much tries to stop the punishment from happening because at first he wasn't able to come up with a good reason, but he mentions hey, the highest, he's kind of off the deep end because Melinda ended up killing the deputy and now everybody's possibly going to be on their way to see Raku. And Daikon's like, whoa, we should have led with that. So at first he told Clark to take the girls to the punishment trailer. So Lacey and Paula, they go to the punishment trailer. And before, Clark can fully go out of sight, he's like, hey, Oliver goes with him. And I believe that at first, Daikon rushes to go see the highest. And Clark, Oliver's trying to tell Clark, like, wait, you really believe this Raku nonsense and whatnot? Because remember, Oliver's eyes are clear now. And Clark still is like, basically a believer, and is like, look, if you don't go to the trailer right now, I'm going to have to shoot you as a deserter and go to the highest right now about it. So Oliver goes. Just to give you a spoiler warning, we don't really follow up on this. I thought this episode would be full of death. I thought this episode would be full of just bodies dropping like the haves and the have-nots finale, which I feel will happen next week. But we go over to Daikon seeing the highest, and let me just put this away. River is a human pinata for the highest throughout the entire episode. It's questionable as to whether or not this fool is actually still alive, but we'll find out probably next week. I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm half-assing the episode, but In reality, not that much happens. It feels like the highest is Oprah saying, you go to the punishment trailer, you go to the punishment trailer, you go to the punishment trailer, but not you, River. You stay in my trailer to do butt stuff. I don't know. But regardless, the highest is freaking out. He tells him that Andrew is gone, to handle the situation. And, he's mad at Daikon because, this dude's just slapping everybody. He's like, what took you so long? Why weren't you here? I was in the punishment trailer, sir. And basically, the highest wants the punch done and everything, and he's paranoid. He tells Daikon to leave. But then again, no, Daikon rushes to see the punch is made, but Daikon, why are you leaving? Everybody wants to leave me. What's going on? Sir, I will be back as soon as possible. I'm just going to see if everything is prepared properly, and I will be back. So, we go over to Daikon rushing over to see what's going on. Ruth talks to him and basically explains, I tried to talk to the highest to calm down, but it's not working. Daikon snaps at the elder mother. You stupid woman, go to see the highest right now, because the punch is actually ready. It's right there on the counter and everything. But Daikon warns Ruth to stay away from the highest at all costs. Just prepare the things and get it ready. And the next time the siren goes off, everybody going to meet the Raku. So Tally comes out from the back and Ruth asks, what were you doing back there? And she pretty much explains the situation between her, Oliver, and Zane about knowing the truth, getting rid of the cyanide and whatnot. And she says, I killed Yancey. And Ruth is like, what? Because Tally, she was stone cold. I killed Yancey. Oh, damn. So she also mentions, again, Oliver's defection and the fact that Andrew killed William and she wants to take her kid and go. She thinks if she stands up to the highest and says, I want to leave, a group of people will go with her. Ruth doesn't want her to do it because she reassures her that, look, I'm here for you if nobody else is. And Tyler's like, nope, I'm trying to go now. Because again, Ruth is trying to get, Andrew and Tally to talk, but that's not going to happen. So Melinda and Andrew arrive at the compound, and Andrew steps to Daikon to let him know that, hey, the situation's been handled. Daikon wants to know what happened exactly, but Andrew says, I think it will be best if me and you go to see the highest right now. That way I can explain it to you both at the same time. So the elder mother is standing on the other side of the yard in front of the trailer as Daikon instructed, and Melinda's sent over there too. So from there, Daikon goes in there first, I believe, to let him know about the Andrew thing and says, do you want to get the River situation? Like, yeah, put him in the back. And I'm like, what the hell? So again, River is just thrown into like the back room or something. Andrew's brought in and he basically says, hey, I went over to the deputy's house and I swept the place clean, fingerprints, blood, and I put the body in the back of a car and then put the car at the bottom of a lake. I'm going to assume, and maybe I misheard this because it was 4:00 in the morning, but I was awake for the most part. I wasn't distracted. I wasn't doing 5 things at once because, truth be told, I actually watched the episode on Friday, but at the same time, I was answering messages. I was focusing on notes for a sister's video. So there were some details. I'm like, during my rewatch this morning, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't do a review this weekend because I would have missed out on a lot. But basically, since Melinda came in the same vehicle Andrew left in the last episode in, I think it's safe to assume that Melinda's car was the one that went into the water. So he reassures the highest that, look, the car, nobody's ever going to find it. You bet your life on it? Yes. Your son's life? Yes. Well, Andrew, if this comes back to bite us, I'll send somebody to kill your son. I understand, sir. So basically, he pretty much tells him about the prophecy, the fact that he needs to cleanse the compound of unholy, uncoordination sex that's bringing all this evil to the compound. So he sends Andrew, is like, look, I know you said you're sure, but go back to double check and make sure there are no cameras or anything because, they could be in the doorbells, right? I looked over twice, sir, but I'll definitely go back to make sure again everything is good to go, and I'll come back as soon as I can. So Andrew's sent away. So after that, the highest tells Daikon to bring Melinda and the elder mother to see him in the trailer. So Melinda and the elder mother are brought in, and Melinda instantly falls at the highest feet. She's smiling and everything. The highest like, is something funny? No, sir, I'm not nothing's funny. It's an honor to meet you. And she basically explains the situation about what happened with the deputy. He somehow knew that I was part of the Rakadushi. I had drugged him and he began attacking me. So I ended up killing him by going for the jugular, which instantly took me back to what Lydia told John about how she killed her her ex-boyfriend that cheated on her or something. She went for the jugular and killed him. And at first it's like, wow, that's impressive. How much do you weigh? I don't know, sir. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the deputy was bigger than you. So, someone of your size taking down one of the white man's government officials like that. Isn't that impressive, Daikon? It is, sir. Take it to the punishment trailer. Well, wait, why am I going to the punishment trailer? Then the elder mother got the nerve to slap her. It's like, don't you question the highest, young girl. And then she's taken away. And I'm like, what the hell? Because before things really popped off, she said, look, this was all my fault. The elder mother had nothing to do with this. But as the episode goes on, it's like the elder mother, you have Ruth trying to calm her down. You had, Melinda shifting the blame from both elder mother and Melinda to just her. And now elder mother is like, okay, I'm good. Because as soon as Melinda's taken away, the high is like, look, you've been like a mother to me since I brought you to the compound. Yes, that's what I'm here for. The high is I take care of you. I do my best. Well, I will forgive you this one time and one time only. And if anything happens like this again, no mercy. Yes, I understand. So basically, you could almost say that, she was forgiven of all her sins by arranging the whole Melinda situation with Pope. And you have people like Ruth and Melinda vouching for her, but now she's just turned into an old bitch again. I'm like, oh, okay, I see how it is. But I wonder what she's going to do when she finds out about Elder Agnes being, dead. And then we go over to Andrew. Ruth rushes over to him to get him to talk with Tally, but he ain't got time for this, given the fact that, look, I'm on a mission from the highest. And it's like, go talk with her. She's talking about leaving. I think it might be best for her then. No, I got to. No, I gotta go. Ruth. So Daikon actually is running around telling everybody to go to the pavilion because the highest has a message for him. So the highest calls those who have had sex to come forth and repent, beg for forgiveness. Not a person moves. He's like, if I had to get up from this chair and point you out myself, it's not going to be pretty. Come forward now and be forgiven. You'll be punished, but you'll be forgiven. Nobody moves. So he starts like the raccoon's talking to me. So he starts pointing in certain directions. Now, a couple times throughout this, when the high is like, if you had sex, come forward. Ruth kind of shoots a look over at Daikon like once or twice, and he looks at her and they look another way. But he points his finger, I believe, directly at Ruth and Tally, or Ruth. He goes, you. And then right when it looked like Ruth was about to stand up, a person we've never seen before, Sister Bernita, stands up and says, it was me, Sister Bernita. I couldn't control myself, Your Highest. I'm sorry. Well, who's the man you slept with? Not brave enough that you're standing up here by yourself? Brother Joe. Oh, wait, Brother Jay. Step forward. So they're both brought to the front of everybody. And the highest, makes the kids go away like, hey, send the kids back to your trailers. And so it's just the adults. And, they pretty much explain how, we're in love, sir. And we couldn't control ourselves. And, you desecrated this land, and as a result, it's made all these government white men and all these evil things happen to us. So have sex right now. And this is what I'm talking about. So he makes them strip down and have sex in front of everybody. Everybody watch this sinful act. Do it. You couldn't control yourself, right? Go ahead. You can't get it up. And sir, I can't do it. So this goes on for like 5 or 7 minutes where the high is like, do it. Go ahead, do it. And then out of nowhere, just said, cello player, play background music. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I could have done without this scene. I really could have. This was completely unnecessary. You know me, I'm not a fan of gore, but I would have rather taken somebody, or, seen somebody get chopped up or whatever, than have this long, dry ass scene where the highest is forcing two people to have intercourse in front of everybody. I'm like, this is the kind of stuff I'm afraid of when it comes to the Zatima series. Like, we don't need these over-the-top sex scenes. I'm like, I was waiting for somebody to just kill them both right then and there. But basically, after they stand up in front of everybody, Bernita says she wants to leave. And then he's like, fine, if you want to leave. Do you feel the same way, Jay? No, sir, I want to stay. No, Jay, tell him. And we're not the only ones. There are other people in here who want to leave. And look, nobody says anything. It's like, look, either y'all stand up, I'm going to start pointing people out. And Naya's like, no, you're free to go. Go. And then Tally stands up and Rufus is like, no. Tally's like, no, I want to leave. And there are other people who want to leave too. Fine, you can leave. And then instead of leaving, she goes in another direction because she wants her daughter. And Naya's like, no, your daughter's one of us now. And Tally gets dragged away by force. And then, you know, the other people who wanted to leave. And that was pretty much the end of that. So the highest pretty much says all the naysayers are gone. Look at them. The evil leaving the compound now. And Rufus crying because like everybody prays and sing and dance to the Raku and everybody's cheering and whatnot. And Rufus just sitting there crying because her best friend is gone. So the final scene, which again, I thought we were going over to the punishment tray. I'm like, damn, there's only like, what, 2 or 3 minutes left. Are we going to see like Oliver, Paula, Lacey, Melinda? Are we going to see these people just be tortured and killed within like 60 seconds? But no, we go over to the highest trailer and, you know, he's like a little kid now. He's pretty much talking to the elder mother like, why would they want to leave? I gave them everything and this and that and yada yada yada. And she just reassures him that, you know, you're a great king and we serve you with everything we have, and you know, I'll make something for you to relax. And basically from there it's like, you are the highest, you must make an example of these people. So the elder mother tells Daikon to see about the highest. I want to go to the kitchen and make him something to calm him down. And essentially, you know, he's telling Daikon to be on guard. Like, I'll give the order for you to make examples of these people who want to leave the compound, meaning that they're probably going to be severely beaten and or killed soon. But let me just jump ahead. We know Tally is eventually going to make it to Richard and Nancy's house. So it seems like she somehow escapes in the midst of being beaten, and then that's where she runs to the house and eventually kills herself. But the episode ends with, I believe, him doing like one more thing to River, and people are like, is River dead? I think I saw his hand twitching, but like I said, I did not care for this episode. I really didn't. I mean, it wasn't god awful, but I'm just asking God, what exactly was Tyler Perry thinking when he wrote this episode? This was one of them episodes where I'm like, okay, I kind of don't want to watch the show anymore, because this one episode is like, this was like the Oval when Jason took out his thing and was going to jack off on a freaking White House table. I'm like, why is this a thing? That's exactly what I felt during the Bernita and Brother Jay moment in front of everybody. I'm like, this is just, there are so many other things this episode could have done with that time, even if it was just nothing more than seeing Melinda, Lacey, and Paula in the punishment trailer together interacting, or even Oliver. I know that everybody was supposed to be at the pavilion, but just see a moment where let's say Clark or Daikon took a moment to speak with Oliver in the chamber. That would have been great, but no, we just decide to insert an incredibly unasked for sex scene that contributed nothing to the episode. So with that being said, do you think I was too harsh on this episode? It's like, Jeremy, where's this coming from? But to me, this episode, it just was a major letdown compared to the high praise I was giving episodes 12 and 13 just a few days ago. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.